Sarah and Bree from Calgary, Alberta. You have a lot of Canadian fans. We just wanted to ask you a general question. Do you buy your own clothes while on the road, or do you shop online? A little bit of both. If I'm in a town where there's a couple places where I like to get some stuff, I'll go get it on the road. But online, yeah, but I usually end up sending it back because it doesn't fit. But about once a year, I have this girl named Amber come in and just bring a bunch of stuff, and so that I can pick, because I'm not very good at going on the road and picking stuff out. My wife is, but I'm not. Chelsea from Cleveland, Ohio. Who calls to tell you that you got picked for Give 'Em Hope? That would be my record label, Big Machine Records. Scott Borchetta, our president of that label, called and asked if I would want to be a part of this song, and I said yes. So, Joe from the Bahamas, I'm jealous of you. If you could have a lifetime supply of cereal from Outnumber Hunger, people at General Mills, what would it be? Probably Lucky Charms. I could eat Lucky Charms every single morning for the rest of my life. Carla from Rome, Italy. When you're on a song like Give 'Em Hope, is it all recorded together, or is your part sent? The song is recorded at the same time, but all of us artists go in at separate times and sing our own parts on the song. Chuck from Portland, Maine. How many guitars do you have lying around the house? I probably have 7 or 8 that I have around the house, and about 5 or 6 on the road. I plan to have a lot. I love collecting guitars. Elaine from Louisville, Kentucky. Aside from being an Outnumber Hunger sponsor, is there a dream endorsement you hope to get one day? The dream endorsement. If I could get sponsored by Lucchese boots, cowboy boots, that would be pretty awesome. They're my favorite. Connor from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Your song "Get Me Some of That" is so huge, and we love it. Do you pick that to be on the radio, or does someone else? Songs that we pick to go on the radio are more of a collaborative choice. Obviously, if I like it and the label likes it, then we start to have conversations on was between this one and this one, and which one do we think is gonna go better for that time of the year, whether it's summer or winter time or and stuff like that. So it's really a choice that I make with a lot of people at the label. So. Catherine from Columbus, Ohio. Would you rather vacation somewhere beachy or in the mountains? I would rather go to the beach. I love the beach. Michelle from Los Angeles, California. Can you play any other instruments besides the guitar? I can dabble on the piano and drums and bass. I'm not necessarily good at any instruments. I feel like I'm mediocre at a lot of instruments. So, Holly from Charleston, South Carolina. How has being a singer shaped your life differently from perhaps when you were just a student a couple years back? Being on the road definitely opens your eyes to a lot of things. When you're in school, a lot of the time your biggest concern is paying rent and making an A on a test, and when you start to get on the road, your responsibilities kind of grow, and so going straight from college to being on the road for 250 days a year was kind of a big jump for me, but I wouldn't have traded it for the world. It really shaped kind of who I am today. So, Hillary from Reading, Pennsylvania. Who are your biggest musical influences growing up? I guess when I was little, talking like 5 to 10 range, it was probably people like Alan Jackson and Garth Brooks and George Strait, and I don't know, I guess when I got to high school, I started listening to a ton of old country, Merle Haggard and Hank Williams Sr. and more currently, I guess Eric Church was a huge reason that I wanted to become a singer and songwriter. So those are just a few to name a few. So Alex from Dalton, Georgia says, if you could have any superpower, what would you pick? it's cliche, but if I could fly, that would be really awesome. I would rather fly than get on an airplane every day. I'd rather fly to every town in this body. Karen from Nashville, Tennessee. Who would you absolutely love to go on tour with next? I don't know. Florida Georgia Line would be a fun tour to go on next. Jared from Albany, New York. If you could collaborate with an artist from a genre besides country, who would it be? Probably Adele. Adele would be really awesome to collaborate with. So, Andrea from Yorktown, Virginia. What has been your greatest career accomplishment so far? I guess in the past 3 years I've been doing this, having my first #1 was probably the biggest accomplishment for me that I've had so far. So, Constance from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. What is the most embarrassing moment you have had on stage? When I was playing at Wrigley Field with Jason Aldean last summer, my mic fell completely under the stage, like completely under the stage. So my mic did not exist for the rest of my show. So I had to use my guitar player's mic that was stationary the whole time, and I couldn't move around. So, not that a lot of people could tell that happened, but I knew, and it was embarrassing. So, it looks like that's all we have. Thank y'all so much for submitting y'all's questions, and thanks again, Cody, for having us on. It's been a blast.